What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Taste Like Music. Jason and Joe here. The content gods smile upon us. We've got another all-time albums list to react to. This time it's 300, coming from Paste. Now, I will say this, as far as like these publications go that do these lists, I kind of jive with Paste a little bit. Of all of them, I kind of trust them more than anyone.
I think pace is pretty good usually, but I don't think I've seen any like older reviews from them. I'm a little wary of what they could have on a 300 list. It might be a little too forward leaning. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they're going to throw at us.
Yep, I have not looked at anything yet either. Number 300, Modest Mouse, The Lonesome Crowded West. Joe's fears immediately realized.
Yeah, that's not a good start. With 300 though, I'm less caring about this 300. I mean, you're gonna have a couple of those indie albums on there that I do not care for, but at least they put it at 300.
Yeah, I like that record. It's fine at 300, no problem. Then one that was on the last list we looked at, the Apple one, Rihanna Anti.
Whatever.
Yeah. 298 is Queen Jazz.
I wouldn't put it on a 300 list.
Yeah, we'll see how many other Queen records we get, but that is down around like 8 or 9 for me. So I would not expect to see 8 or 9 Queen records on this list, but you never know. 292, Scary Monsters.
Good. Little high. Sorry.
And do you mean high or low?
Little
Uh,
low, little low on this list. Could be
yeah,
higher.
it is one of my 3 David Bowie 5-star albums. So I'd probably go a little higher with it. 291, Cameron, La Leyenda del Tiempo from 1979. Flamenco singer.
At least they're bringing in some world albums already. Couple.
Yeah, it's better than Bad Bunny. I can say that without even hearing it. 289, Britney Spears, Baby One More Time.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Uh, this
But
this revisionism about Britney and some of those artists and albums from the late 90s, 2000s. She's not good. Her albums sucked. Let's just move on with our lives. Same with like Destiny's Child and some of these others just bad albums that, I guess were either influential or their, singer personnel went on to bigger and better things, but it's just revisionism because they were never good and they never will be.
yeah, I agree. Just ever so slightly better than Baby One More Time. We've got The Who, Tommy.
Just, okay, that's a little high for Tommy, but whatever.
287 is I See a Darkness by Bonnie Prince Billy.
It's not better than Tommy.
No, I like it, and I have no problem with 287. I'm not going to complain about that, but the order of some of these things. 282, Another Green World, Brian Eno.
I mean, I haven't heard it, so I don't know. I'm sure it's probably a good placement for it based on its influence.
I don't love it, but yeah, people do. I already, even though I don't love a lot of what's been on the list so far, I will say I appreciate the eclecticism of this list over the Apple one, which was so kind of one note, predictable. But we'll see when we get up to the top 100, it might be just as bad.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see where this one's from. This looks like, yeah, this is also South Korea. Shinjung Hyun and Yup Yuns. Probably butchering that, but Psych and Blues Rock, one of the greatest documents of psych and blues rock to ever exist. That's 1974. Get that on the deep dive list.
Hmm.
279. This was number 100 on the Apple list. It's Robin Body Talk.
Probably a more reasonable placement, I would think.
279. Yeah, sure. Still too high. 277. Pulp, different class.
Too
77.
too low.
Too low. Yeah, it feels good for me. That's fine.
You're a Brit pop hater.
Vampire Weekend, Modern Vampires of the City.
No,
I love
that's
that
not good.
record. 5 stars, my favorite Vampire Weekend record, but even that, I'm pretty okay with 276. That's fine. They always got to have a Kraftwerk album. This might not be the only one because they've got the Man Machine, which isn't usually the one that turns up on these lists.
Yeah, you'll definitely see Autobahn or Trans Europe Express higher up. So get prepared for that.
Songs Ohio, the Magnolia Electric Company.
Okay, I dig it.
After the Gold Rush.
Too low.
Too low. Yep, I agree. I'm still burned out on Neil after our deep dive, and I would still argue that should be higher. 272 Blondie Parallel Lines. It's good. I like it. I don't know that it should be top 200, so I'm fine with it. Kind of where it is.
No issue.
269 Fiona Apple, When the Pawn.
Feels low.
Little low. That's my album of the year for 1999.
A runner up.
268 Tom Petty Wildflowers. Also a little low for my liking. Thin Lizzy Jailbreak 265.
All right, that's fine. That's probably the only one, I'd guess.
Yeah, probably the only Thin Lizzy we see. 263 Always Blue Rev.
I did see Molly Rankin on like the featured image, so I was hoping. Well, I knew they wouldn't put her on there if they didn't put an album of theirs on there. That's lovely, and yes, I still love that album. It's my favorite of the last 25 years, probably.
Jesus. Okay, Silver Jews, American Water.
Not a big fan of them.
I like that record. Might be a little high on an all-time kind of thing, but it's a cool record. The Meters Rejuvenation. Haven't heard it yet, but it's on my 1974 to-do list.
Yeah, I don't know that one, but it's probably good.
PJ Harvey, Stories from the City, Stories from the Sea. Meh.
We don't like her that much, so no comment.
Sweetheart of the Rodeo, 259.
Way too low, but it's fine as long as it's on there.
Yep. I'll take it, I guess. Janet Jackson Control. This was much higher on the Apple list. This was like 40s or 50s.
I wonder if they'll have a different Janet ahead of it. They
I
seem to
would
lean more like 90s stuff. So I'm
I would
betting we see another.
I would think Rhythm Nation will be on here. Outcast, Aquemini.
That was top 50, I think, too, on the Apple.
It was the only
Uh,
Outcast, right?
yeah, it was the only outcast. I'm much more comfortable with it way down here.
It seems like
I,
for years and years, Stankonia was like the pick. And it seems like in like the last 10 years, Aquemini has like kind of worked its way up. 256, Marty Robbins, Gunfighter Ballads and Trail Songs. I like that record. Pretty cool for 1959.
that's a cool pick.
Cyndi Lauper, She's So Unusual, was in my top 5 for 83. George Jones, I Am What I Am, 1980. I just listened to the Grand Tour and I dug it. I haven't heard this one. Love
Not
George.
heard that one, but it's nice to see like a country record.
Yeah, it's an actual country record. I'd imagine there'll be much more. I can't imagine the only one they'll go with is one from 1980.
Yeah, be surprising.
Burial Untrue at 250 has made the Apple list. Did you check it out yet?
No.
249 is Hajira.
Okay. I'm sure there'll be at least a couple more Jonies.
248 is Asia.
Asia self-titled or Steely Dan's Asia?
Yeah, Heat of the Moment. No, Asia, Steely Dan.
That's way too low. There better be more Steely Dan upcoming. Flip out.
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna guess no. Maybe there will be. We'll see. 247, the Shangri-La's Leader of the Pack. It's a good pick.
It's not a good pick.
247. Yeah, it's fine.
Ahead of Asia and Hajira.
I mean, ahead of Hajira for sure. Yeah, the Apple didn't have like any like classic, like early rock, like
No,
girl group stuff at all. It was
those albums aren't really like albums, and there's like 4 good songs on them and a bunch of filler usually. So I don't know how I feel about that. I'm sure they could do better. Maybe there'll be some Supremes or
Oh yeah, there will be.
Shirelles.
Never mind the Bullocks. Here's the Sex Pistols.
Have heard it. Used to hate it. Now I like it.
Eh, I'm pretty indifferent to it.
That's pretty like that album 10 years ago would be in the top like
Shoe in,
20. Like
shoe in
top,
top 50 at
yeah.
least.
It's crazy how much some of this sentiment has shifted lately for some of these albums.
True. Lady Gaga, Fame Monster,
Too low.
too high. The Mountain Goats, The Sunset Tree. I like the Mountain Goats, but I don't know. I like some of their later stuff more than these ones. Goodbye Yellow Brick Road at 238.
Way too low.
Though I think there will be higher Eltons.
Maybe.
I think so. Danny Brown, Atrocity Exhibition.
Can't escape that RYM core.
Joy Division, Unknown Pleasure.
I was just talking about how much that album sucked the other day. Although I like it, like 2 songs
You
off of
like
that
two
one.
songs?
Well, I mean, I don't like hate them. I don't hate every single Joy Division song. Uh, just most of them. But there's like a couple tunes. Which ones do I like? She's Lost Control is decent. Shadow Play is decent. The heavier ones.
Aretha Franklin, Amazing Grace.
I don't even know if I know that one.
I think it's like live. Yeah.
Oh yeah, live album from 72.
Yeah.
It's not even the best album from 1972 from Aretha Franklin, probably.
Yeah, the other one made my top 25.
Young, Gifted, and Black, yes.
D'Angelo and the Vanguard, Black Messiah. I like
Um,
this one. This is my favorite D'Angelo, probably. So it's cool.
yeah, I imagine there'll be Voodoo on here too, somewhere.
Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, Deja Vu.
Okay, that's good. I own 4 copies of this, I just realized.
Yeah, it's got a bunch of the best CSNY songs on it. Great harmonies, good stuff. Portishead Dummy. We commented on that in the last video.
Don't need to rehash that. 3.5 star album at
Ornette,
best.
2 stars. Well, we rehashed it.
Yeah, we did.
Ornette Coleman, The Shape of Jazz to Come.
Is this our first? No, the Alice Coltrane, I think, was the first jazz album, but this is like the second one only.
Yeah, I mean that's as many as we had on the other top 100. So Carly Rae Jepsen, Emotion.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Beck Odelay.
First album I ever bought.
Really?
Yeah.
I also had this back when it came out, and I liked it a lot, and I still do, but it's not my favorite Beck. There's a couple that I like more. Joshua Tree 224.
A little high, maybe.
Does that mean we're gonna get more U2 ahead of it?
Probably Mysterious Ways. Or
Octon.
Achtung, maybe.
Nebraska by Bruce Springsteen at 223. I think that album's a bit overrated. The Cure, Pornography,
Hmm.
also a bit overrated. Give me Pop Cure. Give me the hooks. The Supremes, Where Did Our Love Go?
That's a good band.
All the way down at 220, we've got Highway 61 Revisited.
Wow. Ooh. I assume though we'll get 2 more Dylan.
At least, yeah.
I'm assuming Blonde on Blonde and Blood on the Tracks will be on there.
I would
I
hope
don't know
so.
if anything else though.
They're not just going to drop this at 220 and then snub them the rest of the way. I can't
Would make me
imagine.
smile though.
219's Jeff Buckley, Grace. It's good, a little low actually for me. Music from Big Pink at 218, also a bit low. 215, Zeppelin 4.
Ooh, ouch. Way too low. The disrespect is palpable.
The stock of some of these records is just plummeting. The Carter 3, Lil Wayne.
Head of Zeppelin 4, huh? Oh. I do like the Carter 3, actually. That's the one, what, from 2006 or 8 or
8,
something?
yeah.
8. Yeah, back when like Lil Wayne was like best rapper alive. Everyone just said best rapper alive. All my college like rap band friends and stuff. So like, oh, best rapper alive. Like whatever. I don't care. But yeah, it's a pretty good album.
210 is Hats by the Blue Nile.
The dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I don't think it's dumb at all. I love the Blue Nile.
And I know you love it. I don't like them at all, but just the fact that it's ahead of some of the albums we just mentioned is
I mean, maybe,
ridiculous.
yeah, but 210 is fine for me.
It's only on there because Taylor Swift name dropped them.
Maybe. The Stooges, Funhouse. It's my biggest complaint so far. 208's Court and Spark. So there's another Joni already.
Okay, another Joni. We're gonna get at least one more.
Oh, I bet we have at least 3 more. American Football, self-titled.
Wow, going with some emo ahead of Zeppelin 4 and Horton Spark. Let's take some balls.
Janelle Monáe, Dirty Computer.
I don't think so, unless they put the Arc Android way ahead somewhere.
Songs of Leonard Cohen.
You tell me if that's a good pick.
Yeah, it's my favorite Leonard Cohen record. It's good.
Hmm.
Maybe a little low, even at 203. Could be in the top 200. Built to Spill, perfect from now on. Good record.
Which
I
one
like it.
was I just listening to? The one from 94.
This is the 97 one.
Okay, that's the one I had not heard.
Did you like the 94 one?
I did.
Oh, wow.
I also like the 99 one, but not as much as the 94 one.
Damn, you should have done the deep dive with us.
I know. Could have opened my eyes. You guys wouldn't let me. Told me not to.
I don't recall you asking.
I did.
Blue Lines, 200. Massive Attack.
Okay, so that takes care of Trip Hop, I think.
Yeah, we got the Portishead. We got Massive Attack. That's
I
all you
guess
need.
they'll probably have Mezzanine somewhere, the hundreds or whatever.
199 is The War on Drugs, Lost in the Dream.
You know,
Yeah, my album of the year, 2014. So I'm not complaining. 198, Buena Vista Social Club, self-titled. Also a very cool album.
remember Entertainment Tonight or Weekly, Entertainment Weekly talking about this and the Grammys and whoever else is very critically beloved.
Yeah, it was a big critical darling that year. What year was that? 97. 197 is Slayer, Rain and Blood. So we got metal.
Yeah, one medal, one medal.
We got a ways to go though.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure there'll be a couple more Metallica, at least one Metallica. I don't know if we'll see anything else though. Maybe like a death or something, like something kind of out of left field since it's paced.
I could maybe see a Megadeth getting up there. Moving Pictures at 196.
That's our Rush album. That's it.
That's probably going to be it for them, but I'll take it. Fetch the Bolt Cutters, higher than When the Pawn at 193. I disagree with that very much.
As do I, but I'm not very surprised to see it.
Yeah, it's like Pitchfork decided it was a 10, so then everyone else just fell in line with that.
Hmm.
No, it's good, but it is not even close for me to as good as When the Pawn.
I don't even think it's good, but that's just me.
192 is Dinosaur Jr. You're Living All Over Me. 1987.
Gotta please you.
Yeah, I'll take it. It's going to be their only entry, which is a shame because I think they've got better records, but yeah, I won't complain. 191 is Crazy Sexy Cool, which I just listened to in its entirety for the first time a week or two ago.
And what do you think?
Not a big fan.
That's like a 3.5-star album.
I think I gave it 2. I like Waterfalls, but that's about it.
Waterfalls rules.
Pavement, Slanted and Enchanted. Will this be the only Pavement album? Might be. Not my favorite. I think I put it last actually when we did the ranking, which is controversial, but I stand by it. 189, the microphones, the Glow Part 2.
I think I gave this 1 star, 1.5, maybe. Interminable.
Marshall Mathers LP 187.
All right, he's still Eminem's still getting a little play, a little play.
Yeah, dropped his new single between the last list and this one, and people hate it.
I haven't heard it. Sure, it sucks.
Sufjan Stevens, Carrie and Lowell. Not a.
I don't get him. Don't care.
I get him. I like Illinois. I like most of his stuff. I do not like this record. I don't understand why people just lose their mind for it. I think it's dreadfully boring.
Wow. Ooh.
Sticky Fingers, which was absent from the Apple list. How many stones we getting? We'll get at least two.
One more. That's it.
You think one more? I'm gonna say two more. John Prine self-titled. That's a good call. That's a good pick.
Cool.
So we've already got John Prine, Towns Van Zandt, and George Jones.
Sweetheart of the Rodeo was on theirs too.
Yeah. Granted, 300 gives you a lot more room to work with, but this is just infinitely better variety. 177 is Golden Hour by Casey Musgraves.
God, everybody has a hard on for Casey Musgrave, the greatest country album of all time.
It's so dumb.
Golden Hour.
Nick Drake, Pink Moon. Love it.
Cool.
Love it. Taylor Swift, Red.
To be expected. Hopefully that's the only one and they don't try and get 1989 on there.
Is it better than King Crimson's Red?
Ooh, it's close.
Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. That was on the Apple list, right?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, it was their hard rock champion or whatever.
169, Talking Heads, Fear of Music.
Okay, so we're getting two at least Talking Heads albums.
I like Fear of Music a lot.
It's my favorite.
Marvin Gaye, I Want You, 1976.
It's a cool pick. It's a cool pick. Very underrated album. Yeah, I like seeing multiple Marvin Gayes, and it's up there in the top 3 maybe for me. I think it's really good.
166, Death Cab for Cutie, Transatlanticism.
That sucks.
Uh, I really like Plans. I think if you're gonna do one Death Cab album, I think Plans is a lot better than Transatlanticism. That's my take on that. Aretha Franklin, I Never Loved the Man the Way I Love You. That was the selection to represent all soul music in the Apple list.
Yeah. All right, so we get two Arethas. That's fine. Although their first pick was not the correct one, but at least we get two.
Pixies, Doolittle, too low. Should be top 100.
It kind of blows my mind that wasn't on the Apple list. Was that even on like Rolling Stones? Like,
I'm sure
I
it's
think
on
that was
Rolling Stones 500 somewhere.
somewhere, but like not near the top 100, I don't think.
Let me see. 141.
Okay. That's pretty good then, Rolling
So yeah,
Stone.
Rolling Stone has it higher than this list. Still a chance to surf for Rosa later, maybe. Oasis, definitely maybe.
I just listened to that the other day and it was better than I remember. I liked it. I think it might be better than What's the Story, Morning Glory, actually.
Gillian Welch, Time, The Revelator. It's good. Maybe a little too high at 160.
Yeah.
159, Van Halen, self-titled.
Well, at least it's on here.
Little low.
Yeah, it's ridiculously low, but at least they put it on there, unlike Apple. But yeah, it's just the disrespect. Usually when people die, they get more respect from it's like some of these rock artists, like, oh, he's gone. We don't have to think about him anymore. But yeah, we're talking about Van Halen here. It's just ridiculous.
158 is Waylon Jennings, Dreaming My Dreams. I've not heard this one. I've been working my way through Waylon, but haven't gotten
I
to
don't know
it.
that one.
Jason Isbell, Southeastern.
No.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Really?
Yeah. I've been saying it all along. I like Jason Isbell.
I thought you hated him because of that one review you and Cramser did.
Yeah, that's what people thought, but it's not true.
All right.
153, Fishman's Kuchu
Ah,
Can. This isn't
boo.
even the one that you always see where they're like in the woods. I've never
This
seen
is
this
the
album.
live one.
The fifth album, A Threaded Needle of Dream Pop.
Well,
I don't think
that's unfortunate because that means we're probably getting another one.
OK Computer at 150.
Wow. From Paste? I was expecting that to be like their number one. Like, no lie, I would have not been surprised if it was in their top five.
I think I fully expect In Rainbows to be top five then.
Top five? No, they won't do that. They wouldn't do that to me.
I think they might. Belle and Sebastian, if you're feeling sinister. Be interesting if that's the only Belle and Sebastian. I think you've got a couple better options. But 144, Paul Simon, Graceland.
There we go.
It's good. Feels exactly right. 144 is where that should be.
Yeah.
Bork. Bjork, Homogenic.
Okay. Good.
A bit lower than the Apple list. Yeah, I think that could go a little higher, maybe. 141. Here's another jazz record. Eric Dolphy, Out to Lunch.
Interesting that we've only gotten two real jazz records, maybe three. Well, they got to put like Kind of Blue and
Oh, yeah, they'll be top 100 for sure.
like, I'm surprised there hasn't been like a Charles Mingus or something like that. Like, what are they waiting
Yeah, I bet we get Black Saint as well. Spiritualized. Ladies and gentlemen, we are floating in space. 140. I like Spiritualized. I'm fine with that. Sparks, number one in heaven. Wasn't a huge fan of that one. I like some Sparks, but yeah, that one didn't do it for me. That's their one with Giorgio Moroder.
Yeah.
James Brown, Live at the Apollo.
It's a classic.
Listen to that for 63 dive, and man, I was disappointed by it. I didn't think it sounded great, and yeah, I didn't think it was very good.
I liked it. It was in my top 10 maybe for the year.
Didn't really capture what I've seen of James Brown live in like video clips and stuff. It just didn't come across. Metallica, Master of Puppets at 136.
That's it. Close the book on metal.
For You, Tatsuro Yamashita.
Oh, my boy. That's great. I love seeing that.
134, Elliott Smith, Either Or.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's all we're getting from Elliot.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I would have rather seen anything else, basically. But it's
fine. Physical Graffiti, 133.
Ooh, another Zeppelin. Wow. How generous.
PJ Harvey, Rid of Me.
Rid of her off this list.
George Michael, Faith. That's the correct George Michael pick.
Yeah. Not Music for People, Volume 1 or whatever the hell it is.
Rubber Soul, 128.
Oh, first Beatles appearance. Woo.
Still got time to get the other 11 in there. David Bowie, Low.
Sure. Well, yeah, I mean, that's whatever.
As long as we still got Ziggy ahead of it, that's cool. Oh boy. 125 is Dark Side of the Moon.
Ooh, wow. Pink Floyd, not beloved in the hipster circles.
Roger Waters running his mouth too much.
Yeah.
Ramones. I like the Ramones. I'd like to deep dive them, but
That's fine.
I keep putting them in polls and keep
Please.
losing. Thriller, number 2 on the Apple list, 121 here.
Well, I assume we'll get Off the Wall somewhere in the top 100 then.
You think? I don't know.
I do. I do think.
118 is Are You Experienced?
Too low.
117 is Redheaded Stranger.
You really gonna juxtapose that with Are You Experienced, huh? What are we gonna do?
I'm fine with that. That's cool.
I know you are, but
yep, that's good.
Just
nailed it.
Make any sense. Doesn't make any sense.
System of a Down, Toxicity, 114.
Wow, that's bold.
That's absurd. I'm sorry. That's just totally ridiculous.
There's many, many more albums that are more absurd than that.
Mm, not yet. Smiths, The Queen is Dead.
Oh, come on. Not even top 100? Ridiculous.
105 is Ram by Paul and Linda McCartney.
Hmm. It's nice.
I like it. 104 is The River, Bruce Springsteen.
So two Bruce already. There's going to be at
Oh,
least
yeah.
two more. It's a lot of Bruce. It's a lot
That's
of Bruce.
too much Bruce. 102 is 1999 by Prince.
First Prince. Soon we're getting some more.
Maybe two more, maybe one.
Got to be two
At least
more.
one, but maybe two.
Yeah, probably two.
Bridge Over Troubled Water at 101.
Good.
Top 100. BB King live at the Regal.
That's kind of a weak choice.
Yeah. At 100. I mean, I'm fine with it on the list, but top 100's a bit much. Grateful Dead, American Beauty.
Interesting choice.
I don't know. Looking ahead a little, they are starting this top 100 off pretty weak. Donna Summer, Bad Girls.
I don't think so.
Then you've got Death, Symbolic.
Okay, so yes, there is a Death album. That makes sense from Paste.
Fleetwood Mac, Tusk.
That's cool.
Aphex Twin, Selected Ambient Works Volume 2.
Not cool.
Sade, Love Deluxe.
I don't think so, Sade. Sorry, I love you, but
War, The World is a Ghetto.
no, there's no way that should be ahead of There's a Riot
Yeah.
Going. Like,
Yeah,
who are you trying to fool here?
Deer Hunter, Halcyon Digest. Otis Redding, Otis Blue.
Okay.
Stooges, Raw Power.
Two Stooges is too much for a top 300 list.
From 100 through 90, that is the worst stretch of the list we've seen so far. Aside from Otis Redding, almost nothing should be on. None of those should be on in the top 100.
I think you could swap that 10 with literally any 10 throughout the entire list and it would be better. We're not gonna go back and prove that, but it seems like you could definitely do that.
Fully agree. 89, Marquee Moon.
Okay, cool.
Getting back on track a little. Siamese Dream at 88.
Good. All right. Yeah.
Kanye West, The Life of Pablo.
Oh my God. That's the worst one yet, actually. That is inexcusable. If you're gonna, clip Kanye for being a racist jerk, sure. But then you come with Life of Pablo. Like the next 7 better be his first like 6 albums, like College Dropout, Late Registration, 808s and Heartbreak, like Graduation. They're all way better than that. Just sucks.
Nina Simone, I Put a Spell on You.
A lot of love for Nina. A lot of love for Nina.
From her 1965 albums, I always used to see the other one chosen more. Now both Apple and this list have I Put a Spell on You as the pick. Surfer Rosa at 83.
Come on.
Strongly disagree with that ahead of Doolittle.
Yeah.
That's incorrect. In Rainbows at 82.
Horrible.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Terrible.
D'Angelo, Voodoo.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
79 is Black Sabbath, Paranoid.
We got one Sabbath out of all the lists. Somebody decided to put it on their top 100.
78 is Mingus, the Black Saint, and the Sinner Lady.
Called that one.
Blonde on Blonde at 74. Hopefully
Good.
that means we got Blood on the Tracks as the top Dylan.
Hopefully not, but we'll see.
Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, Going to a Go-Go.
Wow, that's cool to see. I love that album. Did not expect that one.
Aretha Franklin, Lady Soul.
Oh, wow. Three Arethas. Okay, that's solid.
Off the Wall, 66. You were right.
I was called it.
Nirvana, never mind at 65.
That's more in my line of thinking, but that's surprising.
64. Modern Sounds in Country and Western Music by Ray Charles.
I thought that was, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I like it. 62. The White Album. Second Beatles.
Hmm.
Lucinda. Car Wheels on a Gravel Road.
Good Lord, no.
Too high. Yeah, too high. Shouldn't be top 100.
Or top 1,000.
It's all right. She has. I prefer her self-titled record by a pretty wide margin. Astral Weeks, 58.
One we didn't see elsewhere.
Love it. It's my favorite band.
Ooh, spoiler.
Stevie Wonder, Inner Visions.
Was that our first Stevie?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Better be another one.
Oh yeah, there will be. Beyonce, Lemonade.
No. No.
Better Than 9, which it was on, or was it
That's
10?
true.
It was 10.
Going in the right direction.
Yeah, this was interesting. The Hissing of Summer Lawns, 52.
Whoa. Wow. So our third Joni, which means we're gonna get another one. Blue's on here. There's zero chance it's not. So that's interesting. You never see that one in number two.
51, Novos Baianos, Akabu Korar. I listened to that for the 72. It was all right. Johnny Cash at Folsom Prison. I like it. Yep, good. Frank Ocean, Blonde, 49.
Well, better than Apple, but still just ridiculous.
The Beatles, Revolver at 45. Here we go. Cocteau Twins, Heaven or Las Vegas, 43.
Okay, not surprising. I love that album.
PJ Harvey, To Bring You My Love at 42.
It's three PJ Harvey. That's so many PJ Harveys for a top 300.
Three too many. I'm going to flip my desk right now. On the Beach at number 39.
What? Neil Young on the
Yeah.
beach?
Yeah.
That's
People just
great.
think this record's like cool to like because it doesn't have any good songs on
Yeah.
it. I mean,
I believe it's my second least favorite 70s album from him.
yeah,
So
that's
I
nonsense.
don't get it.
Putting that ahead of After the Gold Rush is just the dumbest thing you could possibly do.
Correct.
Sufjan Stevens, Illinois. I like it, but it's way too high at 38. That's insane.
Ugh.
The Rolling Stones, Exile on Main Street, 37.
Okay.
36, Amy Winehouse, Back to Black, still way too high.
Yeah, 1,000 spots too high.
It's ridiculous. John Coltrane, I Love Supreme.
All right, we're done with jazz.
Bjork, Post,
Hmm.
too high.
Yeah,
I like
too high.
Homogenic more. Homogenic's better.
It is.
Apple had that right, at least. Bob Dylan, Blood on the Tracks, 30.
So you get your wish with the Bob Dylan that I don't particularly care for.
All they got to do now is throw in a Nashville Skyline here in the top 25. 29 is The Idler Wheel by Fiona Apple.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. When the Pawn is her best, and
Yeah, it's
that's
not
all there is to that. Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, 28. Better than number 1.
Yeah.
Electric Ladyland, Jimi Hendrix.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's cool. I don't think it's better than the debut in any shape or form, but at least they got two, Jimmy.
Haste sticking to this outdated thinking of putting Sgt. Pepper's up high on the list. 26, Sgt. Pepper's.
At least it's on the list. Small victories.
25 is Remain in Light.
Whatever.
24 is Sam Cooke live at Harlem Square Club. I just listened to this the other night. It is so good.
Is it?
It's unreal.
I've not heard it.
Like Just everything you know of Sam Cooke from all his studio recordings, and just like quintuple that. It's just like off the charts, just some of the most insane performances. Top 20, Yankee Hotel Foxtrot. Love it.
Terrible. What a stupid choice.
Could be higher. Top 10.
No, God, I would kill myself.
Purple Rain, 19.
Way too low.
Rumors, Fleetwood Mac.
All right, yeah. These are all the big guns. The big boys are coming out now. So we're
Maggot
not.
Brain.
Wait, what?
Maggot Brain, Funkadelic.
It's cool. Cool pick.
Here's your other Janet Jackson. They're going Velvet Rope at 16.
I knew they would do something stupid like just love on the 90s. Like something about the 90s for Paste is like just they can't help themselves. If it's from the 90s, somehow it's better. And I knew that's a very odd choice.
Miles Davis, Bitches Brew at 12.
Okay, so they're bucking the conventions and going with the jazz fusion ahead of the bebop or whatever.
Public Enemy, It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back.
They didn't have Fear of a Black Planet on here,
I don't think so.
unless it's in the top 5.
Number 10 is Pet Sounds.
Disrespect for the Beach Boys, just off the charts.
Number 9 is Milton Nascimento and Lo Borges. I listened to that for 72. I don't know what I'm missing. I didn't get a ton from it. It's
just not that good, but people are just like glommed onto it as some magic record. I don't know.
It's no Georges Ben-Georges, I'll tell you that.
That's right.
And then they get screwy with us. Fishman's Long Season, number 7.
Oh, fuck you, Paste.
They're drinking the RYM Kool-Aid. Stankonia, number 6.
Okay.
Abbey Road, 5.
Okay. Yeah.
Sign of the Times, 4.
Okay.
Hounds of Love, 3.
What? All right. I love you, Kate.
Disintegration by the Cure at 2.
All right.
It's a
So
little
number
high,
one.
you know, you got number 1 figured out.
Give me a sec. It's not Scaring the Hose by Danny Brown, and
No,
it's got to be Songs in the Key of Life.
yep,
Okay.
that's it. I mean, I think it's a much better list than the Apple one, but I mean, it's got its problems.
I actually think it's worse. I hate
No,
it.
there's no way it's worse.
It's
There's
just dumber.
no, it's not.
The Apple one at least had some kind of sense to it based on influence and like, maybe record sales, like something. Like this is just literally a random assortment of albums with like the classics thrown in and just things that have no bearing in the universe in the real world, like the Fishmans and some of that other just stupid, like Disintegration at number 2. I, I I'm fine with The Cure, but that is just one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like I can at least understand the Apple one. It's stupid and but at least it has like some sort of real world like what is this? Like who chose these?
Probably says here at the top.
Like the editors of Paste, but it's just literally random stuff. Like Hounds of Love at number 3 is just completely nonsensical in every way. Like I love the album, but it's just stupid. Like it's embarrassing to me to see that up there.
So it was their entire staff, editors, staff writers, interns, freelancers, and they all submitted top 20s.
Yeah.
And then they took those lists along with editorial oversight and compiled the list.
I mean, I could see that list of like slicing up eyeballs or something, like, but it doesn't, there's just nothing. Nothing there that makes sense.
I guess that means all of these records, like someone had them in their top 20.
Yeah, probably.
Um,
And again, like there wasn't a single prog album on that entire list. Like why would you even read Paste at this point? Like you know who those people are. I don't want to be friends with those people. I don't want to talk to those people. They're not allowed on our channel ever.
I think it's a way better list. Way better. Way, way, way better. Much,
No, dude.
much more
One Steely
variety, more
Dan, one Elton John, jazz is your Queen example.
that's bad, but
Like there's just so many things wrong with it. It's just that's one of the worst. I think that's my least favorite of all time.
Apple's still way worse.
I'll take Apple. As much as it pains me, their blonde placement. I understand the Apple one. I don't understand that one. There's like 12 Joni Mitchell albums, 6 Neil Young.
Six Neil
But
Young. There wasn't six
no,
Neil Young. There were two.
no, there's at least 3. Russ Never
Oh
Sleeps,
yeah,
On
Rust
the
Never Sleeps
Beach,
ever.
um,
After
and
the Gold Rush.
Gold Rush.
That was it.
I don't know. One Beach Boys, no Prague. Just it's just a very odd list. No Billy Joel. Come on.
Well, let us know what you think. Which list are you going with? You going with Apple? You going with Paste? Or are you gonna ride and die with Rolling Stone? Drop it in the comments. Let us know. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.